Hello, it is Throwback Thursday, September 19th, 2024. Excuse me, Steve Cypress here, and looked it up. 2 days ago was the 13th anniversary of the start of the Occupy Wall Street movement. If you don't remember, this was a bunch of protesters who decided to sit in on the street on Wall Street in New York City to protest capitalism and whatever else. So basically a complete left-wing group against anything that is not far left and all that. And, you know, I should have really looked up the details, but I believe that they kind of camped out and occupied and stayed there for days and weeks and maybe months. I mean, they just sat there protesting and stayed there and camped out and, I don't know, crapped on the street and, you know, strewed their garbage everywhere. And like, these are people that, you know, believe you got to save the earth and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I digress. I do remember visiting my mom during that time while that protest was going on and the news came on. My dear mom passed away about 7 years ago, a little over 7 years ago. And she was, God bless her, but she was a complete left-wing, far left, just, you know, loved the government, worked for the government her whole life, was a public school teacher, went to Berkeley, one of the most radical left-wing universities in the world, and so she's a product of her environment. But regardless, and whatever excuse, not everyone is a product of that environment, ends up succumbing to it and becoming so far left. But that was my mom. But I will never forget when she looked at the TV when these, you know, raveled kids, I mean, just they were wearing scraggly, I'm sure the stink, if you were there in person, it would have just stunk for miles away. These people were just living on the street for weeks or months or whatever, crapping all over themselves, not taking showers, who knows what, loving every second of it, of course, because they were revolutionaries. But my mom looked at them on the TV and she said to me, see, now I'm really proud of these kids because they're not just not sitting at home, they're actually getting out and doing something about it, about, you know, big bad capitalism, where they're just doing something about it. And I just looked at her. I mean, I didn't have to think about it. I didn't, you know, wasn't prepared for this to happen. And it just came out of me naturally. I was like, wow, well, I'll tell you what, Mom, it's a good thing that you taught me a lot better than that. She was like, what do you mean? Like, she didn't teach me to do something about what I believe, change the world and all this. I was like, no, you taught me to not be camping out on the street for months, unemployed, to get to work and produce something positive for society. And then in return, society would give back, not just to sit there and demand that society do things with you and waste 2 months and be unemployed. I mean, you had to be, or if you had a job, you had to lose it, wouldn't you? Just camping out on the street somewhere for a couple of months. So, but basically, I was like, Mom, you taught me better than that. She's like, what do you mean? I was so proud that I taught my son to be a revolutionary and to, yeah, no. And, you know, so I originally thought not everyone things like me, but hopefully all small business owners do. We're small business owners. We don't sit there demanding someone give us a job. I think that's what it might have been all about. They're demanding someone give them a job. Like, obviously we don't do that. We own our own business. We give other people jobs and we don't give them to them because they demand it. Hopefully you don't, or because they sit in on the street in front of your home or your location or wherever your business is. Like, hopefully that's not why. We're merit-based. We're action-oriented, we're results-oriented, we are service-oriented. We understand we have to give value first before we ever get back, the exact opposite of employees who walk into our office for an interview, unless you're different than me, and when you ask them, you know, any questions, their questions are always me, what do I get, what do I get, what do I get? That's all their questions. I have yet to have an interview candidate, and I've interviewed thousands of people. I've hired, trained, and managed thousands and thousands of salespeople, by the way, many, during my 9-year door-to-door sales career, where people, you know, come in and they don't even last a day. So it's a constant recruiting and hiring thing. But I've never had one say to me, if I say, do you have any questions? Yeah, Can I give extra value to the company without getting paid? Can I go above and beyond the job description and really do a lot more for you? Can I come in earlier? Can I get less vacation days, please? Could I have less benefits? So therefore, it's could I have less pay and less benefits and less days off? And now, of course not. That's all they ask is like, oh, do you have any questions? Well, yeah. How many days off do I get to not produce for the company? And how many vacation days and what kind of benefits are you going to give me? And, give me. Business owners, of course, complete opposite. We wake up, if you're successful, hopefully you're waking up every day and you're going to sleep every night thinking, how can I deliver more value to my prospects, to my clients, customers, patients, members, whatever they are to your business, and then you deliver that value, and in return, yeah, you get value back. So we don't sit in and occupy Wall Street and claim the world is a horrible place and we're a victim and that people should gimme a job and gimme things and I deserve it. And, I went to school, I have a degree, so therefore I deserve a job. And, if you offer me a job that I don't like, I'm just going to sleep in my mom's basement for 5 years because I haven't gotten a job that is of the degree that I got or of something, my dream job, or I want to do what I love, or all that BS, okay? We get up every day, I hope you do, and we go to work and we deliver value. That's what we do as small business owners. So that's what I think of. When I saw this, that this was some kind of anniversary a couple of days ago of the Occupy Wall Street, I immediately went back to that conversation with my mom, which, by the way, was very rare, but she was immediately and completely silent when I came back to her like that and said, Mom, you taught me better than that. I haven't spent the last 2 months of my life, or any 2 months of my life, sleeping on the street, being unemployed, peeing all over the street and crapping all over the place and begging and demanding other people that I deserve something I don't deserve just because I exist or whatever. So hopefully hopefully that's what you remember when you think about movements like that, and you celebrate yourself. And you wake up every day and you congratulate yourself and you celebrate yourself. I'm here to do that with you. There's almost nobody will do that with you. Almost never happens. We don't get rounds of applause. We don't get attaboys. We don't get accolades for what we do day in and day out as the backbone of the economy to support millions and millions of people that could not pay their bills and could not send their kids to school or do whatever they want to do without us taking the risk and working. We thought we're going to own our own business because of the freedom, and then we find, of course, we're working harder and longer hours than we ever would have for somebody else, and we're doing all that to contribute to the greater good. Of course, it's good for us as well when you run your business properly, but we come with a service attitude. We've got to provide value. We've got to give value first. Total opposite of how 90% of people, that's, if only 10% of people own our own business, that's 90% of people think totally opposite. They think just like my mom was, and just like the Occupy Wall Street, like, gimme, how dare you not gimme, I deserve, you big bad business owners, and all that kind of crap. So I'm celebrating you today on Throwback Thursday, September 19th, 2024. As a business owner, congratulations. If you're not yet a business owner, but you're hoping to be, looking to be, working to be, congratulations for that decision. Now put the work and the effort and the action behind it to go make it happen. And if you want to get on my calendar and you ever need a pep talk or just someone to talk to about anything going on, life of a business owner, of course, is full of ups and downs. And like I said, there's not a lot of people to talk to. I carve out a little bit of time in my day, not a lot, but I can give you 10, 15 minutes or so. My calendar is on my website, aigrowthwizards.com. So you can look into using AI to talk about hard work. We're working less than we ever did on menial, repetitive tasks, but we're working a lot more, and our employees are a lot more on higher level stuff because we got AI doing all that low level repetitive stuff for us. If you want to talk about that or anything else about being a business owner or wanting to be a business owner, that's where you go, aigrowthwizards.com. And that'll do it for today. Make sure you're back here again tomorrow. I'll be here. On Foundation Friday, I saw a bunch of names go by. Hey, Jim is here, and I only see that one name on the screen at a time. The others already went by, and I apologize to you if you were here and I didn't say hello, especially if you gave me some likes and shares and comments and subscribes and all that kind of good stuff, because that helps all these algorithms to show my messages to more people. And if I can help affect more business owners in a positive way, that is my favorite thing to do. That'll do it for today. I'll catch you tomorrow on Foundation Friday. Over and out.